Hello, everyone. This is Bridget from the EC Fitness Center, bringing you your weekly guided meditation, followed by the essential oils class. Today's guided meditation is the mountain meditation. This will be seated, so find yourself a comfortable seated position, whether it's a chair, on your bed, on your yoga mat, on the floor. If you have THYME essential oil, that is the oil we are discussing today. You can open the bottle, inhale directly from the bottle, take your time, drop a few drops in your diffuser. It always smells like something is cooking. Such a good spice. You can take time, drop it in your hand. With time, always use a carrier oil. So coconut oil, jojoba oil, avocado oil, olive oil, or a combination, or just some lotion. It can be very warming. So put the thyme oil on. If you ever are questioning where to put it, bottoms of your feet. So that's where I always love to put things. Largest pores in the body. And then oftentimes some people, if you don't like the smell of it, you can just throw your socks on over the top. Inhale that time. All right, do you have your chair ready for your guided mountain meditation? It will be seated today. So sit with a straight back. Your head held high. Your neck and shoulders relaxed. Place your hands on your knees. Close your eyes and bring your attention to the flow of your breath. Feeling each in-breath and out-breath. Just observe your breathing without trying to change it in any way. Allow your body to be still. Breathe. Observe your breath. As you sit here, picture the most beautiful mountain you can imagine. Hold the image and feeling of this mountain in your mind, letting it gradually come into focus. Observe the mountain's shape, its lofty peak high in the sky, the large base rooted in the rock of the earth, its sloping sides. Notice how massive it is, how solid, unmoving, beautiful both from afar and up close. Perhaps your mountain has snow at the top of it and trees on the lower slopes. Perhaps it has one prominent peak, or a series of peaks or high plateau. Whatever its appearance, just sit there and breathe with the image of this mountain in mind. Observe it. Notice the mountain's quality. Imagine yourself as this mountain now. As you sit here, rooted in your seating posture, your head becomes the lofty peak, supported by the rest of your body. Your shoulders and arms, the sides of the mountain. Your legs, the solid base rooted to your chair. Experience in your body a sense of uplift from deep within your pelvic area and spine. With each breath, as you continue sitting, becoming a little more of this breathing mountain. Breathe. Becoming this breathing mountain. Breathe. Unwavering in your stillness, completely what you are, beyond words and thought, a centered, rooted, unmoving presence. A breathing mountain. You are unwavering in your stillness, completely what you are, beyond words and thought, a centered, rooted, unmoving presence. Now, as you sit here, become aware of the fact that the sun travels across the sky. The light and shadows and colors are changing moment by moment. Night follows day, and day follows night. A canopy of stars, the moon, and then the sun. Through it all, the mountain just sits and experiences change in each moment. Constantly changing, yet always just being itself. It remains still as the seasons flow into one another, as the weather changes moment by moment and day by day. In the summer, there is little snow on the mountain. In the fall, the mountain may wear a coat of brilliant fire colors. In winter, a brilliant blanket of snow. In any season, it may find itself enshrouded in clouds or pelted by freezing rain. People may come to see the mountain and comment on how beautiful it is. None of this matters to the mountain, which remains at all times its essential self. People may come and see this mountain and comment on its beauty. Yet none of this matters to the mountain, which remains at all times its essential self. Breathe. Clouds may come and go. The mountain's magnificence and beauty are not changed by the weather or by the way people see it, seen or unseen, in sun or in clouds, hot or cold, day or night. It just sits, being itself. Through it all, the mountain continues to sit unmoved by the weather, by what happens on the surface, or by the world of appearances. The mountain sits unmoved by the weather, by what happens on the surface, and by the world of appearances. In the same way as we sit in meditation, we can learn to experience the mountain. We can embody the same unwavering stillness and rootedness in the face of everything that changes in our own lives. We constantly experience the changing of the nature of your body, your mind, and your world. We have our own periods of light and darkness, our own moments of color and moments of dullness. We experience storms of varying intensity and violence. We endure periods of darkness and pain, as well as moments of joy. Even our appearance changes constantly, experiencing a weathering of its own. By becoming the mountain, we can adopt its strength and stability for our own. We can use its energies to support our energy, to encounter each moment with mindfulness and clarity. Our thoughts and feelings, our preoccupations, our emotional storms and crises, our experiences are very much like the weather on the mountain. The weather of our own lives is to not be ignored or denied. It is to be encountered, honored, felt, known for what it is, and held in awareness. The weather of our own lives is not to be ignored or denied. It is to be encountered, honored, felt, known for what it is, and held in awareness. Breathe. Holding ourselves in this way, we come to know a deeper silence and stillness and wisdom from within. As we end our practice today, taking with us this feeling of strength and stillness to endure any storms in our lives, taking our time to slowly bring our bodies and minds back to full awareness. Opening our eyes, we can stretch our arms above our head. Deep breath in, exhales, we bring our arms down. Thank you so much. Namaste. Feel free to take a couple minutes here. Grab your notebook for the essential oils portion of the class today. Thyme essential oil. I know most of us think about thyme as an herb and food seasoning. Yes. So feel free, if you have thyme essential oil, again, if you have not already, drop in your hand using a carrier oil, mix clockwise in your hand. You can take this on the bottoms of the feet. Inhale. Drop a few drops in your diffuser. You can just open the bottle and smell. Keep the bottle open for the class. So thyme essential oil is extracted from the leaf of the thyme plant. It's an herb and food seasoning, incense in holy temples around the world. Thyme essential oil, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, and antibacterial. Again, thyme, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, and antibacterial. So commonly used in food preservatives, commonly used in cosmetics and toiletries. Thyme oil is also amazing mouthwash and other tooth care products or mouth care products. Other physical uses for thyme essential oil. Acne. Reduces acne-causing bacteria. If you're going to use this on the skin, again, it has a deeply warming effect. Mix it with organic coconut oil is what I would suggest if you're going to put it on the skin. acne reducing, causing bacteria. You can also use oregano for this, and some studies show that oregano works slightly better than thyme with acne. But from what I know about acne with many people is there is not one size fits all. How do you say it? Way to cure or way to treat, I should say, this issue. So if you have tried oregano in the past, oregano essential oil for acne, feel free to switch and try thyme and see if that works. Other uses for thyme essential oil: treats hair loss. So alopecia. Thyme essential oil, breast cancer treatment. Thyme essential oil is a great for inflammation of the airways. So helps coughs and respiratory tract infections. So the common cold. Good for the inflammation of the airways. It has antispasmodic properties, which is what helps with the coughs and the respiratory tract infections. Thyme essential oil as a food preservative, it eliminates bacteria and fungus. So food preservative, eliminating bacteria and fungus. Thyme essential oil is also great for heart disease. It has cardioprotective qualities. Thyme essential oil, as I mentioned before, super great for oral health. It has antibacterial properties, and thyme is the compound in several dental products. So oral health. Thyme cleanses and purifies the skin. Dilute, dilute, dilute. So mix thyme oil with coconut oil or some other lotion, some other carrier oil to help with that deep heat that it brings. Thyme, of course, is a spice and flavor agent to meals and can support a healthy immune system. You can use this internally. Please check with your doctor or your naturopath. Make sure that it's organic. I've known people to use this in vegan or vegetable capsules as they swallow, and it treats lots of things. But again, check with your doctor, check with your naturopath. They can guide you. Thyme essential oil, a natural insect repellent. So that's super awesome. And like all the mixtures that I've used, throw that thyme in there as well. So thyme is high in vitamin C, a good source of vitamin A good source of copper, fiber, iron, and manganese. So super good for that immune system. Awesome. So that is some physical properties for thyme oil. Moving on to the emotional properties of thyme. Love this one. Love, love, love this one. It was so good to be reminded as I read up more on thyme again. My resources that I'm using today are my two favorite books, Essential Emotions, Your Guide to Process, Release, and Live Free. And then I'm using Releasing Emotional Patterns with Essential Oils, 2005 edition, my favorite, Carolyn, DC. If you have any questions about my references, or if you'd like to set up a one-on-one, please email me. It's listed below. So thyme essential oil for emotional benefits, for your emotions. The words underneath thyme in the book, releasing and forgiving. Love it. The acupressure point that we're going to use here in a minute is going to be for self blame. So we're going to work on this forgiveness today. So THYME is one of the most powerful cleansers of the emotional body and assists in addressing trapped feelings which have been buried for a long time. THYME oil reaches deep within the body and soul, searching for unresolved negativity. THYME brings to the surface old, stagnant feelings. It's particularly helpful in treating toxic emotions of hate, rage, anger, and resentment, which all cause your heart to close off. THYME empties the soul of negativity, leaving the heart wide open. And in this state of openness, individuals begin to feel tolerance and patience for others. As the heart opens more and more, it is able to receive love and offer forgiveness. THYME teaches that it's time to let go and move forward. As individuals forgive, they free themselves from emotional bondage. THYME transforms hate and anger into love and forgiveness. Beautiful. So THYME oil, again, it's negative emotions. So if you're feeling unforgiving, angry, hateful, rageful, bitter, resentful, or any emotional bondage, the positive properties for THYME: forgiveness, tolerance, patience, open-hearted, understanding, and emotional release. So we're going to use this for our emotional release today for self-blame or unforgiveness. All right. Moving on to our acupressure point and our affirmation for us to move the emotion unforgiveness or self-blame out of your body so that you move back through life and your energies are flowing. If we get energies stuck in our body, we end up sick and with disease. So again, we're going to use in the book how Carolyn has this laid out is there's an emotion on one side. So you look up the emotion that you're feeling. So this says, if you're feeling regret or remorse or self-blame, I would also say unforgiveness. We are going to move and find the emotion that's on the other side of that. So for me, self-blame, other side, forgiveness. Sometimes forgiveness can be a tough word to feel. So maybe it's understanding and acceptance and then letting go. I think maybe that's forgiveness. Understanding, accepting it, letting it go. I think we have to make sure, I was just going over this with a client and also a friend. If we oftentimes try to just forgive, but we haven't forgive as in just like let it go, can be difficult. We're still holding on to it. So finding that way of really exploring it, acknowledging it, bringing it forward, feeling it, and then letting it go. So today, the acupressure point for self-blame or unforgiveness is on the tonsil. So we're just going to press here on our throat, the bottom of the throat or the top, somewhere in this tonsil area. We're going to press on that area. While we're pressing on that area, we're going to use an affirmation. I understand this experience. So as I was saying, that other side of self-blame or unforgiveness, understanding it and then letting it go, which equals forgiveness. So holding on to this point, this acupressure point on our tonsil, we're going to repeat as many times as we need. We'll start out with 3. I understand this experience. As you smell the essential oil, so if you're just holding it in the bottle, you can just smell it from the bottle, press on the tonsil. I understand this experience. I understand this experience. Feel the self-blame. Feel it inside, and then feel the opposite side of it, the understanding of it. I understand this experience. And feel it letting go. I understand this experience. For deeply stuck emotions or deeply embedded emotional patterns, you'll have to use this for a few days, maybe even a few weeks. It can be a few months if it's very deep. It can go away and come back. So just remember, any self-blame or unforgiveness, touching the tonsil, inhaling thyme essential oil or any oil that you have. Inhale, I understand, and release and forgive this experience. I understand and forgive and release this experience. Continue. If you'd like, I also touch the inner part of my forehead, the emotional points, just touching on the middle and then all the way out to the side. I touch the back of the neck where the neck meets the bottom of the skull, the two indentations at the bottom, and then the soft spot, like when you were a baby. You feel that release. And so if you'd like to smell the oil, touch the tonsil part, I understand this experience. I understand this experience. And then as I'm saying, I understand this experience, I'm also touching these points on my head and really helping with the release out the top of your head. You don't have to do that, but feel free. I like to, it really works. And you feel that release. That is it for Thyme Essential Oil. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please email me anytime. Hope this finds you well. Namaste. Bye.